Hello friends, welcome to the study culture. Here I came with the Timber-2 video which may helpful to you, and here coming into the topic. Defects in the timber. We already discussed 5 categories of the defects in timber. First one, defects due to conversion. During converting timber to commercial form, the following defects may occur. Those are chip mark. Chip mark. This defect is indicated by a marks placed by a chips on the finished surface of a timber. They may also be formed by a parts of planing machine. Next, diagonal grain. Diagonal grain. These 4 are the defects due to conversion. Diagonal grain. This defect is formed due to improper sawing of a timber. It is indicated by a diagonal mark on a straight grained surface of a timber. This is due to improper sawing. Torn grain. This is due to when caused a small depression formed on the finishing surface of a timber by falling a tool or anything. When this defect is denoted by a presence of original rounded surface on the manufacturing piece of a timber. Presence of original rounded surface on the manufacturing piece of a timber is called a wane. Next category, defects due to fungi. Fungi attacks timber only when the moisture content of your timber is above 20%. When the moisture content is above 20%, the timber will defect due to the fungi. Another one, if there is a presence of air or warmth for the growth of a fungi. Due to fungi, there are different defects occur. Those are blue stain. For the sapwood, it is stained to the bluish color by the action of a certain type of fungi is called a blue stain. Brown rot. The fungi of a certain types remove cellulose compound from wood, and hence the wood assumes the brown color. This is known as a brown rot. Dry rot. Dry rot means the fungi of certain types of feed on wood, and during the feeding they attack on the wood and convert into the powder form. It convert into the powder form. These type of defect occur in the place where there is a dampness and no free circulation of air. The dry rot may be prevented by using well seasoned timber in a free from sap. Next, hot rot. Hot rot. Hot rot means this is the formed when a branch has come out of a tree. It occurs when hot wood is exposed to the atmospheric agent. Sap stain. Certain types of fungi feed on cell contents of sapwood. In doing so, the sapwood loses its color. This is known as a sap stain. It generally occurs when moisture content goes beyond 25%. For this, moisture content goes behind 25%, it will occur. White rot. This defect is opposite of a brown rot. What is brown rot? The fungi of a certain type remove brown rot what? Brown rot removes cellulose compound from wood. White rot what? In this defect, wood assumes the appearance of a white mass consists of a cellulose compounds. For white rot, it consists cellulose compounds. Third one. Defects due to insects. Defects in timber due to various types of insects such as beetles, marine borers and termites. These three are the insects which may defect the timber. Defects due to natural forces. Fourth one, defects due to natural forces. The main natural forces responsible for causing defects in timber are two, mainly abnormal growth and rupture of your tissues. Bulls, these are also known as a excurrence. And they are particularly formed when a tree has received the shock or injury in the young age. Due to such injury, the growth of the tree is completely upset and irregular projections appear on the body of the timber is known as a bulls. Next one, callus. It indicates the soft tissue or skin which covers the wound of the tree is known as a callus. Chemical stain. The wood is sometimes discolored by the chemical action caused with it by some external agency is known as a chemical stain. It is also a natural defect. Coarse grain. If a tree grows rapidly, the annular rings are winded. Such timber process less strength. This has a less in strength. Deadwood. The timber which is obtained from dead standing trees contains a deadwood. Next, drowsiness. This defect is indicated by white decayed spots which are concealed by the healthy wood. Next one, fogginess. This defect is indicated by red or yellow tinge in wood or reddish brown stains or spots around the pith of tree discoloring the timber. It is caused due to a poor ventilation. Fogginess is caused due to poor ventilation. Poor ventilation. Eighth one, knots. These are bases of your branches or limbs which are broken or cut off from the tree. The portion from which the branch is removed receives nourishment from the stem for a pretty long time, and it ultimately results in the formation of a dark hard rings which are known as nuts. These are branches or limbs which are broken or cut off from the tree. The portion which the branch is removed, it receives the nourishment from the stem for a pretty long time, and ultimately results the formation of the dark hard rings which are known as nuts. Dark hard rings. Rind gulls. The rind means bark and gall indicates abnormal growth. Hence, peculiar curved swelling found on the body of a tree is known as a rind gull. Rind means bark. Gull means abnormal growth. Shakes. These are the cracks which partly or completely separate the fibers of the wood. The different types of shocks are cup shock, hot shock, ring shock, star shock, and radial shock. They are cup, hot, ring, star, and radial shocks. Twisted fiber. These are also known as a wandering hearts, and they are caused by twisting of young trees by fast flowing wind. These are the twisted fibers. Twisted fibers. Upset. These are also known as ruptures, and they indicate the wood fibers which are injured by crushing or compressing. Due to crushing or compressing, upsets may cause. Water stain. Water stain. The wood is sometimes discolored when it comes into contact with water. This defect is usually found in converted timber. Wind cracks. If wood is exposed to the atmospheric agencies, its exterior surface shrinks. These are known as a wind cracks. Defects due to seasoning. Bow. This defect is indicated by the curvature formed in the direction of the length of the timber is known as a bow. Case hardening. The exposed surface of a timber dries very rapidly. If therefore shrinks is under compression, the interior surface which has not completely dried under the tension. This defect is known as a case hardening. Check. A check is a crack which separates fibers of wood. It does not extend from one end to another. Collapse. Due to uneven shrinkage, the wood sometimes flattens during drying. This is collapse. Cup. This defect is indicated by the curvature formed in the transverse direction. For bow, in the length of the direction. For cup, in the transverse direction. Honeycombing. Due to stresses developed during the drying, the various radial or circular cracks in the interior portion of the timber is known as a honeycombing. Radial shock. These are also known as a radial cracks. In the direction of the radial rays, the cracks will occur is known as a radial shock. Split. When this check extends from one end to another is known as a split. Twist. The piece of a timber has spirally distorted along its length is known as twist. Warp. The piece of a timber has twisted out of shape apart from twist is known as a warp. Timber is the oldest material used by the humans for construction after stone, and the chemical nature wood has a excellent properties which themselves to human use. It is economically available, easily mechanizable, and to fabrication into the infinite variety of sizes, shapes using simple on-site building techniques. This is the timber part 2, and we will meet again in the part 3 of the timber in the building materials. In part 3, we will discuss about the preservations of a timber and physical properties of the timber. Thank you for watching. That's it for today. We'll meet again in the next video. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.